Hey guys, this is Sean Doherty with Kansas City Shock. Happy Monday. Hope everyone's enjoying themselves. Got a couple quick housekeeping thoughts to throw your way before we get started on another busy week, and hopefully answer a few questions for you and give you a heads up on some great opportunities that you, as the individual, can help grow the game of women's soccer. So, first, I'd like to talk about the press release that came out last week. It talked about the new digital scoreboard through Twitter that Kansas City Shock is now behind, called MoKan, MoKan underscore HS, so MoKan High School. It is a social media scoreboard that's driven off of scores strictly for high school women's soccer matches in the Missouri and Kansas areas. We chose to do that so that we could find and create an area that anyone and everyone could go to find the scores of the local high school teams. Realistically, everybody deserves their 5 seconds of fame, and we hope that we can help assist with that just through the easy process of creating a Twitter account. So if you interact with this account, if you retweet, if you favorite, if you try to talk to it, don't be surprised if you don't get any feedback from it. That's not the design of this account. This account is to retweet any updates that are important, such as tournament postponements or movements, like the Bishop Carroll tournament that's taking place this week has been moved to the kickoff time. Starts on Tuesday, starts tomorrow. Things like that we'll retweet instantaneously, but mostly it's just high school scores that are coming through. So if you do want to interact with us, I do suggest find us on Twitter at KCShock underscore WPSL. I promise you there's someone always on that account waiting to talk to somebody. Some days it gets very lonely, I'm sure. So that's the first thing. Just know that we did this to reach all of Missouri and Kansas. This is not just a Kansas City centralized concept. This is for everybody from St. Louis to Cape Girardeau to Springfield to Kansas City to Wichita, Topeka, all the way out to Garden City, Kansas. We take anyone and everyone. We don't do it to step on toes or interfere with media. We do it as an assist to media, just so that people can quickly click retweet, and it's already out to all the important media sources out there. So I would like to thank Sam Atwell from Fox 4 in Kansas City for giving me this idea several months ago. I'm excited that we're able to put this in play now. The idea was originally thought up from Friday Night Football. If you've ever been on Twitter during Friday Night Football in the fall, in this area at least, you'll see there are football scores every which way for every type of class and division out there. My thought was, could we do that with women's soccer at the high school level as well? And so far the answer is yes. There's a lot more games going on. There's not just a Friday night game schedule. It is sometimes a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, rescheduled Wednesday, Saturday tournament. Something's always going on. And some things, sadly, we do miss. And I apologize for that, and we are working on it. Season 1 is going to be just kind of about getting the kinks out of it, testing the system, and then Season 2 will really hit it really, really hard. So for those of you who are already contributing to it, thank you. Your scores are already posted. To those of you wondering if you should, yes, please do. It takes one little message, and it requires one of us to use our thumbs on our phone, and it's already out into the rest of the world. So that's where we stand. Check us out on Twitter, MoKan, MoKan underscore HS. Be sure to follow that and get your scores hopefully up to the date as quickly as possible via that. So that was our press release last week. I wanted to get on here and show some clarity and some clarification behind that, so you guys have a better understanding of the direction we're going. The other part that I wanted to talk about today revolves around this ever-growing concept called growing the game. And that literally means bringing the recognition of soccer, more specifically women's soccer, to a larger mass. The Kansas City Shock is part of that for the fact that we were the first program to be instituted into the Kansas City area. But we want to grow past that. We want to help others just like others have helped us. I mean, every time you have retweeted, liked something on Facebook, talked to a friend at the local coffee shop about us, all of that is you growing the game, whether you realize it or not. And now we have the opportunity to give you something that you can actually physically say, I was a part of this. There's an amazing organization called the USA Deaf Soccer Association. This program comprised of two teams, a men's team and a women's team, that are all players that meet the certain qualifications of being hard of hearing. Okay, there's the own Deaf World Cup and Deaf Olympics. Deaf Olympics are taking place this year, and the women's national deaf team of the U.S. has actually won the World Cup for the past 3 World Cups in a row. I don't know about you. I'm pretty impressed. I've met some of these players personally, whether it be in California or right here in Missouri, and I can guarantee you they are amazing and very talented athletes. But they need our help. The U.S. Deaf Soccer Association isn't formally recognized or funded by the U.S. Soccer Federation. So that means events like the Deaf Olympics that are taking place in Bulgaria this year, people are having to pay out of pocket to get to that trip. And anybody who's ever traveled internationally knows that is not cheap. Now, multiply that by 15 or 20 players. That's a big bill really quickly. Okay, so the Deaf Olympics are coming up this summer, and currently the U.S. Women's National Deaf Team are looking for help. You can go to usdeafsoccer.com and you can donate through PayPal. This is a nonprofit organization, so it is tax deductible and all that other fun stuff for you. But more importantly, you get to step back, and when you see them host the trophy and the medals and realize that they won the whole thing, you get to say, I was a part of that. I was a part of growing the game. If you're a business and you're watching this, they're also looking for business partnerships as well. This is an international event, so your merchandise, your image will be posted everywhere that they go. And I guarantee you that there are a lot of different countries that will be in Bulgaria, so the product and marketability of your item could exponentially grow as well. Again, go to usdeafsoccer.com for more information along those lines. So those are 2 things that we're doing to help grow the game. Both our MoCan High School scoreboard. Some people could say it's not that big of a deal. For us it is, just because it's really cool to reach out to that many different school districts all at once. And on the bigger scale, being able to help out the U.S. Women's National Deaf Soccer Team. And we're excited because Kansas City Shock has been an organization that's worked with the U.S. Women's National Deaf Soccer Team for quite some time now. Even before we were actually official, we already knew the organization and had been in contact with them and seen what we could do to help them as well. And we know that they support us because they support women's soccer, and that's what really matters currently. So check them out, usdeafsoccer.com, and you can find all the information you need there. Check us out on Twitter if you have any questions for us as a team, as an organization. Find us at KC_Shock_WPSL. Find us on Facebook at Kansas City Shock. Find us on Google Plus as Kansas City Shock, or go to our website, kansascityshock.com, and fill out a Contact Us form, and we'll be with you usually within 24 hours at max. We're pretty fast to getting back to you guys. Now, there are exciting events coming our way for the Kansas City Shock specifically. Even this week we'll be releasing some information. There's a lot of stuff that we're just sitting here just so anxious to get out to you guys, because we know that we're excited about it, and we know that you're going to be very excited about it as well. And this ranges from players to home field to season tickets to schedules, all the things that people have been wanting for months. We finally have. We're just waiting for a couple final steps to go through, and then we'll be ready to launch all that information as well. So exciting times in women's soccer, exciting times for the Kansas City Shock, and exciting times for those who want to grow the game. So thanks for listening, guys. I hope you had a wonderful Monday, and good luck on the rest of the week.